But the background to the Tullamore Club is a story that is unique in Irish sport. Brendan O'Reilly reports.
This is Paddy Larkin, the secretary of Tullamore Harriers Athletic Club, a seldom-spoken retiring man, but by any standards one of the most remarkable achievers in Irish sport. We're standing in front of his home in Tullamore, which he built himself. It's not uncommon to have a greenhouse or a conservatory at the end of the garden, but Paddy Larkin is different. He literally has an athletic stadium, measuring up to the highest international standards. It has been described as the only privately owned stadium of its kind in the world. It was conceived and built by a group of amateur enthusiasts, and its maintenance, all manual work and stewarding are carried out on a voluntary basis. It is currently valued in the region of £10 million. Paddy Larkin takes up the story.
Actually, there were two clubs in Tullamore. The club that I was first associated with was a club where in an establishment where I worked called Salts AC, and it was over that Tullamore Harriers was born.
What were you working there as at the time?
I was a carpenter by trade.
That was in the early 50s, when synthetic tracks were unheard of. But the hallmark of the Tullamore Harriers' development has always been one step at a time.
Not what our dreams were initially, but certainly as years progressed, yes, we decided we'd like to have our own identity, and it was from that we really took off.
So were you a participant in athletics in those days?
I was, yes.
What did you do?
I rather very mediocre for the sprinting.
The group of young men from Tullamore that Paddy Larkin gathered around him then were nothing if not enthusiastic.
They were extremely keen. We were all very young, of course, and we were all athletics mad. And
you were in your teens and early 20s at the time.
We were indeed, yeah.
And it was in this barber shop that the concept of the multi-million-pound development was born.
But what really happened that particular night was we were assembled under the lamppost right here on my right-hand side, and it started to rain. So the chap that worked here, the hairdresser, Noel McGowan, and he brought us down here, and that's where it all commenced.
You went inside and sat down around a table and discussed the whole situation?
On the 13th of November 1953, and we formed the club that particular night. And ironically enough, the chairman was John Dowling, who subsequently became president of the GAA.
The Offaly County Hall was where the club held dances for fundraising. The charge on the door was 5 shillings or 7 and 6, depending on the quality of the band, and the function room on the top floor rang to the music of the legendary Clipper Carlton.
So you banked the money and saw it mount up.
We did, and we ran various other lotteries. Actually, we introduced bingo to Tullamore, and we ran that very successfully for a number of years. And from 1957 onwards, right up to 1968, we ran a carnival, which was one of the main generators of funds.
And for a clubhouse in those early years, you used a little place there off the main street.
Yes, we were in the clubhouse, the old clubhouse.
It's derelict now, of course.
It is, of course, very much dilapidated. But it was a great centre for us because we had, in all, we had about 100 members between juveniles and seniors, and it was a meeting place, and we were able to assemble there and do our business and train on the roads and with the goodwill of the local sports bodies. We were very lucky right down the years with the type of committee members we had. We were very dedicated lads, and in 1955 Brendan O'Shea became the treasurer of the club, and that was probably one of the great achievements of the club because he was a very shrewd man. He was no way extravagant of money.
Well, it's in keeping with Paddy's attachment to the stadium that he should build his house with the stadium literally at the end of his garden, so we repaired over there for a further chat. On this occasion, the stadium is hosting the Nestle All-Ireland Schools Championships, but it has been the venue for international, national, provincial and local championships. An average of 50 meetings per year are held, but it's the schools competitions, national and international, that have benefited most.